Thanks for the introduction. My name is Robanne Robin. I came by that through a blind date. I went on a date with Mr. Robin, and of course that's what worked out. So I'm here tonight. I want to thank Rachel Doherty for nominating me to be part of this group tonight. I'm very honored to be here to share my story. And the reason I'm here tonight is to basically to tell you my story. I am somebody who has struggled with food, weight, eating disorders, self-esteem, and body image my entire life. I have had more failures and mistakes than I've had more successes. And I hope that by sharing my story with you tonight that perhaps there's something in there that you can relate to, perhaps something in your own life, whether it be weight, food, or anything really. You can take away some strength from what I have to share with you and find some solution or some hope and inspiration to go after something that you'd like to change. Why I'm here today, as I mentioned, okay, so yes, I'm a nurse. I'm a wife, mother of 3. I wrote the book. It's my personal story, half my size. But what my most important credentials probably are is that, I've made a lot of mistakes. I'm an epic failure. And, I'm a lifelong learner. And I think the ability to learn from those mistakes and those failures has brought me to where I'm here tonight standing in front of you. It's brought me to all of the things I do on a daily basis, which means so much to you, to me. This is probably one of the most striking photographs before and after that I have of myself. And I look at this picture every day, actually, because there was a time in my life where the woman that you see on this side here, she's smiling, but very, very miserable, very depressed, very suicidal. Didn't know what to do with myself. Getting out of bed every day was a struggle. Showing up to work every day was a struggle. Participating in my life was a struggle. In fact, at some point, I became a bystander. I just watched it go by. I didn't get up and do a whole lot because I was required to do that. And the other side of the screen is the life I live today, which I can't even tell you how busy I am. I just really don't even know. I participate so much in my life. There's so many things going on. It is so full. I just never thought I would go from there to there. Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, so many levels. So, like I said, why am I here today? Who cares, right? I'm not all that in a bag of chips, I know that, but I do know that in my mind, from my own experience, there is so much value in failure, so much value, so much to be learned from everything I've messed up, and there's been a few things. The mistakes I've made come in a lot of different forms. I'm about to show you a series of photographs. They're all me. They're all the different stages of my life. I picked 2 areas of mistakes and failure because I only get 15 minutes, so I couldn't quite cover all the areas I've messed up in. So we're going to pick 2: food and exercise. But before I go into that, I'm going to show you a series of photographs. This is how I decided to start defining myself at a very early age. I was just heavy enough to be called chunky or thunder thighs. Not, so overweight that I couldn't play with the other kids. In fact, this build worked really well for me. I grew up in the South. We didn't have a lot to do, unsupervised a lot, so we played tackle football with the kids in the neighborhood. And let's just say, I was first pick every single time over all the boys, and even my brother, who still needs some therapy about that. But so that thunder thighs worked well for me, and I owned it. But then there came that point in my life where I wanted to be noticed. I wanted to be noticed for something other than first drafted. I wanted to be the one going to a dance. I wanted to be the one the boys were calling on Friday to go see what was going on this weekend. And that stuff wasn't happening for me. And so in my mind, the mistake that I made, mistake is basically an error of action or judgment. With poor reasoning skills, insufficient knowledge, all those things go into that. And so in this little brain here, when I was, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, my mind was, I'm making a mistake, I'm overweight, and I'm going to fix that. And how I started to fix it was, as I got into my preteen and high school years, I decided, I didn't eat so much, I'd probably be a lot better off. So I decided to achieve that, and I stopped eating. Now, I look thin, but I don't look like you need to force feed me a hamburger, maybe, I don't know. But I was thin able to function, but I was so harmful and destructive in the way that I maintained that weight. So I was this gal for about 10 years. There I am again. So I went from what I call fake skinny, maintaining a weight artificially by not eating, to this gal here, what I call scarf and barf. And what scarf and barf used to do is, being anorexic for so long, I was bored with that. I actually really wanted to eat something. So then I started eating, and then I figured, well, now what am I going to do? And then I would throw it all up. And I will tell you, I did this. I lived as a bulimic for so many years. I can't believe I did it for as long as I did. So, very good examples of failure, mistakes that I perpetuated for so many years based on the fact, the misconception that I needed to be a certain weight and I needed to be a certain size. So then how do you get there from being so thin and underweight and malnourished? Well, I told you, it's all his fault. I met Mr. Robin and went on a blind date and really, really found an amazing connection with another human being. And, things progressed in our relationship, and we dated, and we got, married, and things were great. And I thought, how am I going to hide this? How am I going to hide all my secrecy and all my my issues from him? Because now we're going to see each other like every day. And so, for a while, I just, put on a few pounds, 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds. And for someone like me, that was very hard to live with. And I got pregnant. And that was probably one of the big turning points, because now I had somebody else to think about. And I will admit, I was so hungry. I was so hungry and so tired of not eating or eating and throwing up. I was like ready to be done with all of that. And I really didn't have any more teeth to part with, so I needed to figure something out. And so I started to eat. I said, I'm pregnant. We should be nourishing this little baby, things I need to eat nutritiously. And really what I did was I used that as a hall pass to just go hog wild. I mean, bonkers. I decided, pregnant ladies get to crave everything, right? And anything at any time of day, it doesn't matter. And so I did that. And before I knew it, I ended up at 300 pounds. And so how do I go from here to here? Well, I mentioned to you my story. It includes childhood obesity, it includes anorexia, bulimia, morbid obesity, which is defined as being 100 pounds or more overweight. I was 150 pounds heavier than I am right now. And I thought, I don't want to be there. I don't want to go that direction. I want to live my life. I want to be a part of my children's lives. I want to do something purposeful. I want to do more than just breathe. I want to exist and have some fun. And that's what got me to considering options that might be available for someone like me to change where I was at. A few weeks later, I went to my primary care physician, and I had an honest conversation for the first time about my weight, my issues, and what I hadn't wanted to share with anybody for fear of being judged. And I had that conversation with him, and I told him exactly how scared I was of myself and my capacity to be so self-destructive with food. Whether I didn't eat enough, ate and threw up, ate too much. I seem to have it nailed, all areas. I can mess it up, no problem. So those are a lot of the failures that those mistakes turned into those failures. I believed for so long that I needed to be a certain weight or a certain size. I let those beliefs turn into all these attempts at dieting or eating a certain way or exercising, too much or not enough. And basically, failure is a lack of success. So here I am with all this information on what I think I need to be doing, what size, and how to get there. Then I couple that with horrible attempts at, exercising or not exercising or eating the wrong way. And now I feel like the most unsuccessful person in the world. I had to acknowledge a few things. I had to acknowledge where I was at. I was, for the first time in my life, on a healthy path towards getting my life back. Yes, I was still 270 pounds, but hey, I wasn't 300 pounds anymore, and I wasn't sitting on the couch eating myself to death, not doing anything about it. So I had to acknowledge where I was right then and right there. And you can't change if you don't acknowledge where you're at. I couldn't change that I was anorexic and bulimic because I wasn't going to tell you that. I didn't tell anybody those secrets for years. I couldn't change that I was 300 pounds until I was ready to look at that. So changing my thinking was instrumental. And I will tell you, changing human behavior and changing thinking is way beyond my pay grade. I know enough to be dangerous, but what I can tell you is I had to act my way into changing that thinking. I had to show up and let my brain follow me there. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go to the gym after not going for so long. I didn't want to eat right. Did you guys see those snacks out there? I mean, really, you know? It's like, who wants to not have that? You know, oh, a snack, I want to eat that. When I go to work, I'm a nurse, and when I go to work, I'm not even kidding you. Plates of cookies and sandwiches fall from the sky, and they just land behind you every day. So I had to change my thinking. I had to have some ground rules in place before I even leave my house every day. One of which is, it doesn't matter if Fitness Barbie shows up next to me or not, this is how I look at fitness. It is never about being better than somebody else. It's about being better than I used to be. And that's not hard, considering I was on a couch for 10 years eating pie. So every day I blow that one way out of the water, which is great. I have different goals today. I've got some different things I'm working on, but I'm always working on being better than I used to be, not comparing myself to you or to anybody else. My biggest focus today, and that I have so much passion about, is, like I said, focusing on building a fitness future for those in our community, and starting with our kids. Our kids, unfortunately, are on track for 1 in 3 of them becoming a type 2 diabetic because of obesity. Right now, that number is 1 in 10. We're on track to take that to 1 in 3. That, to me, is a very staggering prospect. And I do everything in my power that I can to motivate kids and adults, but particularly our children, through fun fitness. I want them to not focus on their size, not focus on their weight. I want them to focus on being strong and fit and getting physically active. A couple things that I love to remember is, you know, no matter where you're at with whatever you're dealing with, we all have our stuff. It's never too late to be what you might have been, as George Eliot has said. And one of the things I think about when I got on that treadmill was, you know what, I started out by doing what was necessary. It was necessary for me to get out there and move. Then I started doing what was possible, which was I was able to take that 30-minute mile and make it a 15-minute mile, and then an 8-minute mile, and then I think my quickest has been a 7:30, you know, and the canyons are safe for me, but that's pretty good. Who used to walk a 30-minute mile, okay? And then, you know what, suddenly you're doing the impossible. And, you know, it's impossible that I'm standing here in front of you today talking about all of my failures and mistakes with food, exercise, and weight, and where I'm at today. And those failures have turned into my best assets. And like I said, you know, the path to health is different for everyone. I'm not here to prescribe anything for you. I don't know what's right for you. I think you should talk with somebody much more skilled in those matters, perhaps your doctor, and those that you trust, and see what options are out there for you. Whatever it is, I want to leave you with a thought that I think of every day. It's something that I remind myself of, because there's a lot of times in our lives where we feel maybe complacent and not as content with where we're at as we should be, even if everything isn't exactly where you want to be. For me, it's having that attitude of gratitude and remembering that what I have going on today is far better than what I had going on years ago. And in fact, that if it's not where I want it to be, I have the ability to change that. So here goes. Life is not a hobby. It's a precious gift. A very precious gift. You should live every day with a desire that cannot be contained. Love it. Turn every day into a rewarding experience. Surround yourself by people, places, and passions that believe in where you want to go. Make every day rewarding. Go after your life. Live it. This is your time. This is your life. Do not let it pass you by. And those are the things I think about, and I look at the pictures before and after me sitting on dog food. I need all of those reminders to stay where I'm at, to stay healthy, and to help hopefully get somebody else to believe that they can do it too. So, thank you.